I know a lot of you love animals for the simple fact that they're wild and cute, but have you ever seen baby animals? They are the ones who win the award for being so cute. For that reason, keep watching and enjoying this video about newborn animals, as they're gonna melt your heart. And do learn a bit more about them. You'll be quite surprised to see that this is what 15 newborn animals look like. So, are you ready for a lot of cuteness? 15. Kangaroos. Well, whenever I think of baby animals, one of the first animals that comes to mind is this Australian native kangaroo, because it is known for its unique pouch where the kangaroo mothers keep their babies until they're ready to face the real world. But do you have any idea how small the babies are when they're born? These kangaroo babies are nearly bigger than the size of a jelly bean. They crawl out of their mother's bodies and climb up them until they reach in their mother's pouches. Well, I say they better stay inside those pouches. Number 14. Dolphins. Do you know dolphins are smart, overly friendly to us humans, save lives, and they're now becoming a kind of a celebrity? Their size varies depending on the conditions where they live. There are 32 different species of them that we know of. For instance, the bottlenose dolphin, calves who live in cold waters, are nearly bigger than the ones who live in warm waters. But most of the baby dolphins are 40 to 50 inches long and weigh between 22 to 44 kilos. So of course they are smaller than the adult ones, but dolphins are larger than the average human baby. Number 13. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are already one of the smallest animals in the world, so you can imagine how small their babies can be. Well, let me tell you that they're about the size of a coffee bean. Well, every year, female hummingbirds have between 1 to 3 broods of babies, and it depends on their species, and each brood usually has 2 eggs. After 15 days or so, the eggs become chicks. Their nests are about the size of half a walnut shell, insanely small and quite fragile. Because, of course, small birds are born in small nests. That's it. I would be too nervous to hold one of these. Number 12. Polar bears. Bunch of polar bears are welcomed into the world every winter. In the Arctic, it must be a very exciting time, especially for the polar bear moms, who usually give birth once, 2 or 3 years. And at a time, polar bear moms give birth to 2 and sometimes even 3 little cubs. Since they're born in the winters, it's difficult to spot the newborns. They stay with their mom and enjoy their cuddles and nursing until springtime, because their fur is not developed enough to survive the winters. During their first month, their eyes stay closed. Therefore, they remain inactive, but once spring comes, they become ready to go out and explore the world. Number 11. Piglets. Pigs are stocky and heavy animals, but their newborns, piglets, can weigh as little as 1 kilo. Well, they double their weight within a week, as these animals eat a lot, so don't be surprised much. In fact, most piglets become ready to eat anything once they reach the 2-week mark. Well, in the case of wild pigs, they are born in groups of 6 and even 14 pigs, and they stay in their nests for the first 10 days of their lives. But after 3 months, they become finely weaned. Number 10. Penguins. The baby penguins are the fluffy ones, but also quite clumsy. These smallest kinds of fairy penguins are born weighing about 35 grams and look like those chicks you see at the farms. But the emperor penguin babies, which you might remember from the movie Happy Feet, can weigh about 315 grams. There are different kinds of penguins, but as they usually lay 2 eggs at a time, most of them come in pairs. But the emperor penguins do give birth to just 1. The cutest fact about the baby penguins is that in the midst of the cold temperatures that surround them, they stick together so they can keep each other warm. And there's always an adult penguin near them to make sure they stay safe. Isn't it like they stay together watching each other's backs? Number 9. Horses. Newborns are born after 11 months of gestation, and their birth usually happens really quickly, as it's quite common in prey animals. Well, they are born mostly at night instead of daytime. As compared to other newborns, horses are born quite mature, mobile, and active, as you can easily take them out after a few hours of being born. And putting on a kilo of weight per day, they keep growing faster. So I guess as compared to others, baby horses are quite much a miniature version of their adult counterparts. Number 8. Hippos. Have you seen the babies of this massive animal? They are so small and weigh so little. In fact, this native to West Africa baby pygmy hippo weighs just a little more than some of the big newborn human babies and only spend 8 months inside their moms. That's even less than most humans. Well, hippos also need their mamas for nursing, just like all mammals, but they learn to do it underwater. As hippos spend at least 16 hours in the water, therefore their babies develop a skill to keep their ears and nostrils closed while they get the food from their mom. But interestingly enough, they don't swim, as they just manage to float just like their adult ones. In fact, the mama hippo is more protective than the father. Number 7. Cheetah. The cheetah is not only the fastest animal on land, but it's also a very intimidating creature. However, their babies are the total opposite. They are so cute and so small that you will just want to hold them and pet them. Weighing less than a can of soda, baby cheetahs are defenseless and very dependent on their mom. They are born in groups of 3 and sometimes even 5 cubs in one go. While the adult version of this animal is popular for their spotted fur, the cubs have a darker ash-gray colored fur, which helps them to stay safe and camouflage them from any danger out there. In fact, you can see that along their fur they have a sort of mohawk haircut. Well, their moms also stay beside them to keep them on the move in order to stay away from other wild animals who can attack them. When they turn 5 months old, they become ready to start wrestling with each other. Number 6. Orangutan. Orangutans are very cuddly and caring. Yes, it might be quite scary to hold them. Have you seen their babies? Holding them is quite a heartwarming experience, as their hands and feet are probably the thinnest you've seen, and small faces are all wrinkled. They will be happy to give you a hug. Their muscles haven't developed at their birth, but it changed when they started climbing trees. They only weigh 1 and 2 pounds after birth, and at a constant rate, their weight increases. When they are 7 years old, their weight reaches 25 pounds, and they become independent. Under their mom's supervision, they learn to survive. Do you know that their DNA is 97% closer to humans? Number 5. Giraffes. African newborn giraffe babies are born after 15 months of gestation. That's 6 months longer than humans. Well, when they are born, they come out in the world in a Superman position, while the mother giraffe stands up, and it's quite impressive because the baby giraffes aren't quite tall. And to come out from their mothers, they have to fall down about 2 meters high from the ground. Therefore, they are born in Superman position, as it helps them to break the fall and they land safely. They really laid down on the ground as they had to run after seeing a predator. Number 4. Panda. You have to admit that these pandas are the cutest ones. Regardless of their age, they are children for all their lives. You can witness it as they are clumsy. Let's talk about the panda babies. Their birth is quite harsh, or you can say that it's not so fair, as the female pregnancy lasts for 3 to 5 months, and panda mother yearns for a warm and soft layer of cave land, with leaves and branches, to give birth to its tiny 2 or 3 cubs. She feeds only one and lets the others die. These babies are born naked and blind and weigh about 150 grams and are covered with a thin layer of fur that helps them to grow comfortably. After 1 month of their birth, they grow with fur and black spots, and in half a month they open their eyes. At the age of 2, pandas become adults and start impressing the whole world with their cuteness. Number 3. Tigers. Well, this animal will scare you once it reaches adulthood, but as a baby, it will make you want to cuddle and hold it tightly. Yes, I'm talking about tigers. Their mom chooses a safe space for them to come into the world, as they are born in a secluded area. Well, just like pandas, they are born blind and weigh a bit less than a kilo. Therefore, they are very dependent on their mother to learn the ways of this world. After they are born, moms give them a bath tongue, and after being clean, they become ready for their first meal. But as they can't see, there's a challenge for them to find a tea for their nursing, and most of the time, this process takes hours. Mama tiger gives birth to 7 to 8 cubs, and when they start eating, mom has to go find food for them. But mind your thing, as they can be a threat when they reach the age of 1, so keep a distance. And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Number 2. It's a picture of an elephant fetus, and it's not photoshopped or fake, it is a real photo. However, the mother died, and the baby elephant was not carried to term. Well, it takes 22 or 24 months for an elephant to gestate. That's almost 2 years. Don't be surprised to know that they can weigh between 80 to 135 kilograms. Elephant newborns can't see properly, but can recognize their mother with their sense of smell, as they stay very close to their mothers and drink from their mouth for about 2 years. In fact, they can drink 3 gallons of milk when they're 10 years old, and at about the age of 6 to 8 months old, they learn to use their trunks. Number 1. Snakes. They are born independent, and the very first day they start to defend themselves. We all know that they are cold-blooded, but snake moms are way colder, as they leave their babies to defend alone. Who does that? They can be between 7 centimeters to 43 centimeters, as it depends on the species. Let me add a fun fact that they can lay 100 eggs in one go. But 70% of snakes can lay eggs, as 30% give live birth as rattlesnakes, and they are normally born in summers as they need warmth to function.